Hello everyone and welcome to Merlin's Manor. Today I'm playing Final Girl against Krampus at Santa's Village. And we're going to be going up against Krampus as Mrs. Claus. Now, Mrs. Claus has a special ability where she recovers all of her hearts immediately when she flips her card. And then she no longer has a maximum health limit. Just like the Ratchet Lady, she can go as high as she wants in her health. And so that might make Long Rest a little better of a card there because you can really start to stack up that health if you want to there. But we're going to see how that's going to work out for us. Now the setup is fairly simple here. First of all, for Santa's Village, there's no extra setup. The only extra rule for Santa's Village is whenever you enter a space with an elf, you're going to lose one time for doing so per elf that's in there. So if she comes in here where there's 3, she would lose 3 time immediately for that. Now, as far as the setup for Krampus goes, you're going to shuffle up and set out these Santa presents. And you're going to shuffle up and set out these Krampus presents. The Santa presents are good. They benefit us in a very, very powerful ways. And likewise, the Krampus ones are bad in very powerful ways as well. And so they're going to be mixed in here in these different presents. You're going to set these all up randomized. And whenever Krampus gets this symbol, whether it's on a tarot card or each round he's going to do it with his base thing, he's going to set out a present. And the way he's going to do that is you're going to take a die and you're going to roll it. And you're going to take whatever that die is, and you're going to use the panic icons on here, which direction they're going to go. So if he had thrown it from here with that 2, it would be throwing a present out right there like that. And what happens with presents is if we are in that space ever and we don't have to stop in that space, we can just be passing through, we can choose to open that gift, which means we'll flip the gift over. And if it's a good thing, then we get a good thing. If it's a bad thing, then a bad thing. But however, the elves will always open a present when they are in a space with a present. And so, however that happens, whether they've walked into that space, whether you've led them into that space, or the present's been thrown into their space, however that happens, they're going to open it. If it's a good, if it's a Santa gift, then they're going to basically steal that. You're not going to get the benefit from it. If it's a Krampus gift, then the bad thing still happens to you. And if it's some other icon, then it's going to happen whether good or bad to us. And that is as simple as it goes for playing against Krampus at Santa's Village. And so let's go ahead and jump on in here. I've gone ahead and done the setup for Toys, Toys, Toys. And there's the card there if you want to see it. We're going to flip a starting event, which is Northern Lights. You may roll an additional die when resolving a distraction action card. You must roll 1 fewer die to a minimum of 1 when resolving a focus action card. So basically, I'm going to want to play distractions rather than focuses for this card. And I've gone ahead and used the regular meeple here for Mrs. Claus, and I've got Krampus set out here. And there's his miniature right there, just to show that off. With this being a bonus or a special edition one, it comes with the miniatures in this version. We also have the miniature here for Comet. And just to show you real quick, here is Mrs. Claus. And here is the elf. Okay, let's go ahead and get in here and figure out what we are going to do. And I'd like to get some people rescued if possible. But I also want to get a distraction card so that I can start getting this down, because the focus isn't really going to do it for me. The other thought is just to stay there and get 2 distraction cards and really go wild on the distraction cards next round. Actually, that doesn't seem like a bad idea. What I'm going to do is I'm going to discard 2 focus cards to get 2 time. And then I'm going to get 2 distraction cards, which is going to be 6, and 2 close calls, which is going to bring me up to the 8 there. So I just spent 8. Let's see how that works out for me. Okay, so Krampus is going to attack anybody in his space. There's nobody there. Then he's going to move to the closest Final Girl or elf. He's going to move this way. And then he's going to throw out a present. Let's roll the die and see what happens. A 6. So from here, a 6 would go this way because of the numbers there. Let's just take this present right here. And then we do a terror card. If there are no victims in these type of spaces, there is a victim there and there. And there. There's victims in all of them. It says place Krampus in the space with the most victims. That's going to be this one over here. And then he's going to attack twice. Ooh, that's a terrible start. That is a terrible, terrible start. So Bloodlust is going to go up twice, and then the Horror is going to go up twice. And there's nobody left to panic there. Okay, let's go ahead and get our distraction going here. And we're rolling 3 dice for distraction. And we've got that going on. I feel like discarding Short Rest and Weak Attack in order to make that a success. Now we have the 2 successes. So we're going to get 2 time, and that's going to go up 2. We're going to do our other distraction, which we can do the same thing, discarding those close calls we just bought in order to get 2 more time, and that goes up 2. So all in all, not the worst way we could start out for time and horror. So we got 10 time to spend, or I can try walking somewhere. I'm going to walk somewhere. I get to roll 2 dice for walking. And I got 1 success, so I'm going to... Oh, and I forgot to reveal all these at the beginning of the round. We've got Santa's house has Red Wagon. You got the workshop hammer over at Santa's workshop. That works out. And Tree Star in the stables. The Tree Star is used from a range 1. Do 1 extra damage and discard the Tree Star. So you can use it either at range 0 and keep it, doing only 1 damage, or you can do 2 damage if you are throwing it from range of 1. So, with that knowledge, I really, really wish I was not going to Santa's house. I don't know, that's not too terribly bad, actually. But I really like the idea of getting one of those weapons somewhere else. So maybe I changed my mind and start making my way over to the stables, because I like the idea of the Tree Star. So, I can come up here to grab this person. And spend 2 time, 1 for the walk, and 1 for entering there. And do I want to do my extra walk? Let's go ahead and do my other walk. Might as well. Okay, I can't turn that into a success, but I've got 1 success. We're going to just move there and spend a time. I'm going to be making my way towards the stables. Okay, we have 7 to spend. I'm going to get a sprint for 2. A search for 2. These focuses are coming back, and I'm going to meditate for 2. It leaves me only 1 to spend. I'm going to have to waste that 1. I think overall this was a good round here. Okay. Hopefully Krampus doesn't do anything as mean as last time. So first of all, he's not got anybody to attack here. Then he's going to move. He's got a movement of 2. So he's going to move here because this is where the most people are in the closest range. First of all, he's going to look for distance. And then if there's tie, one of the most victims. And then he's going to throw a gift. Got a 4. So he's going to throw it out this way. Oops. Okay. Now let's see what his terror card is. The claws are out. It's going to move to the closest. He's already where people are. Going to attack this person, so that's going to go up. Then he's going to move towards the final girl. I just had to be close to him. And he's going to attack, and since I'm the target, he will attack me. And so he is doing 2 damage. I have no way to defend against that. And so, boom, just like that. That's okay. She heals a lot, so that's not the worst thing in the world. Okay, so let's go ahead and sprint with 2 dice. Oh no, let's meditate. Let's meditate with 2 dice. Spend the 2 focus, which is going to lower the horror and get me a heart and a time. Oh, I would have been at 6, now I'm at 7. So now I'm going to sprint, which is a little dangerous with the fact that I don't have any way to change any die faces. And I just had to say that too. Okay, but as a fail, I can still move up to 1 space. So let's move this way. I spend a heart. So out comes a heart. I lose 2 time. And I have to end my turn, which I was going to do anyway because I didn't have anything else to do. I do have 5 time to spend. I'm going to be getting all these cards back. I want to get a close call for sure. And he's going to come here actually this turn. So what do I want to grab? I can do another search. Oh wait, let's get a distraction. 1, 2, 3. And there's another close call for 1 because I have some cards coming back. So he's going to attack anybody in his space. There's nobody in his space. And he's going to move there because that's where the closest space with the most victims. And then roll a die to see where he throws a present. It's a 6. So he's going to throw another one out here. 4 to 6 is that direction. Oh, there's already a present there, so he doesn't throw a present, actually. So terror card. Place this card face up on the terror deck and place the killer on this card. At the start of the next killer phase, we're going to place the killer in my space and remove this card from the game. So he's going to come here, and we've got an event card coming out. Coming in for a landing, place 2 new victims at the runway. You know, I always love new victims coming in, right? And 2 new victims at the stables. Then if Santa's in play, place him at the runway, but Santa's not in play. So 2 new victims in the stables, which is where I was going to go. That's going to cost me a lot to get in there. And also I'm wishing I hadn't had the little red wagon. Okay, so we know he's going to come to wherever my space is. Let's go ahead and walk is the first thing I'm going to do. I got 3 dice now because I'm in the green. And still only 1 success, but I can turn it, which I think I'm going to do. So let's spend weak attack and short rest so that I can get 2 movement out of this. I'm going to go 1, 2, which is going to cost me... Oh no, because I'm bringing him with me. 1, 2, which costs me 2 time, 1 for the walk and 1 for the elf that was in here. If they follow you, that doesn't cost. And then another walk. And I'll just keep the 1 success because I only needed 1. Bringing these guys here. And I am going to take the 2 single heart spaces since that will fill my hearts up. And I'm going to leave it at that. Oh, spend 1 time for moving. I have 3 time to spend. I'm getting 2 focuses back. I need a sprint, which is going to be 2 time. But you know what? I'm going to go ahead and discard a close call so that I can get an extra time and be able to get 2 sprints into my hand. Oh, no, wait. No, not 2 sprints. A sprint and a guard. Sprint and a guard. Ooh. Or do I just get to retaliate? I wouldn't be able to move next turn if I just got to retaliate. That was the problem, so no. Okay. So, his turn. He's going to jump into my space, and then we're going to remove the card. Oh, this can go away since we've already done everything on there. So now he's going to attack me. I'm going to use a guard. I have 3 dice. Huh. Get rid of our 2 focuses, which means I can ignore 2 damage. He's currently doing 2 damage, so I ignored all the damage. Now he's going to throw a gift with 1, which means it's going to come right here. Anything he rolled would have come out here from that space. And then terror card, be good to me. He's going to move to me. For each space Krampus moves through, including his current and final space, place a present. He's not going to move through any spaces, so just the current/final. And then he's going to attack me for 2 damage. No way to guard against that one. All in all, it wasn't terrible. Now going into the new round, I am going to sprint on out of here. And I got full movement. 1. Oh. I would love to be able to rescue some people. I only have the 1. You know, here's what I'm going to do. 1. Should I open the present? No, I'm not going to open the present. 2, 3. I'm not going to open either of those. I don't like the idea there. And so I made it to there. It's going to cost me 1 time for the sprint and 2 for the elves that are there. I'm going to go ahead and play a distraction card. I get 4 dice for this because we still get the 1 extra die on distractions. Huh. Well, that wasn't good. I guess I'm going to spend my search and my close call in order to make it 1 success. So that's going to go up by, time's going to go up by 1, and that's going to go down by 1. So I have 4 to spend. I'm going to get all these cards back. Got to get a new search now. And a sprint, or... yeah, let's go ahead and get the sprint. Didn't work out very well, but okay, let's see what happens. So nobody to kill here. He's going to move up to 2 spaces into the stables with these guys, unfortunately. If there are no victims on the board, there are. Panic each victim that is adjacent to a present or Krampus. So these ones are all adjacent, so let's go ahead and roll for those 3. 1, 1, and 3. So they all come here, actually. And they're going to reveal that, which is a Krampus. And so we open up a Krampus present. If a victim opened this present, the victim is sucked into the present and is lost forever, not killed. Okay, so one of these guys just goes away. Terror is going to go up 2. Bloodlust is going to go up 1, which is going to unlock the dark power at this point. If you open this present, which we didn't, so if we had, though, we would have been sucked into it. Choose 2 of the following options to muster the strength to close and destroy it. We could discard an item, replace your final health token with a white final health token, 2 horror, or discard 3 cards from hand. But we didn't open it. So let's go ahead and read this real quick. Explosive gifts. When a present is opened, roll a die. If the result is 1 or 2, ignore the normal effect and the present explodes, dealing damage to everyone in the space. Okay. Anybody else adjacent? Oh, these guys are both adjacent. Of course they are. 2 and 2. They're both going to go in there. So they're going to open this present, which is going to be Bloodlust increasing. But first of all, we have to roll a die. And if it's a 1 or 2, they're both going to die. It's a 5, so that doesn't happen. Bloodlust does go up, though, which makes the horror go up. Okay, better than it could have been. Not as nice as I would have liked it to have been. Well, these guys are going to come this way. They're going to open a present, which is going to be the horror going down if we don't roll a 1 or a 2. We did not. So that was actually pretty good. Horror went back down. And nobody else is adjacent to Krampus or a present. They were already moved. So the next thing he's going to do is he's going to move towards a victim. It's tie, so let's just have him come this way. And he's going to kill a victim, which is going to increase the bloodlust. Okay, so that was a very nasty round for us. Let's see what all we have here. Okay, I'm just going to try and walk my way over. Got 2 successes, so 1 and 2. Dropping these people off. Getting 4 hearts if I needed it. 1, 2. That's all I can actually hold. Well, I don't know when those trigger, though. Because we're flipping the card. You know, I'm going to say we were flipping the card as that happened, so we'll get the extra 2 hearts. And then for each additional victim saved, I'll recover a heart. And that cost me, 3 times because the 2 elves plus 1 for the walk. I kind of like the idea of staying here and getting a distraction. And the next turn I can come on up into the stables and try and get a weapon. Oh, this guy would have panicked last round. Let's see where he would have gone. He's moving to 1. He stays right there. Nice try, buddy. Nice try. Or do I try to head to the stables now and use my search? No, I'm going to stay here. I'm going to get a distraction. Am I going to... I'm also going to discard a weak attack in order to get 4 times so I can get a close call and a distraction. Okay. So, he's going to kill this guy. That's going to go up. Horror's going to go up. Then he's going to move. He has a movement of 3. So he's going to move 1, 2 to here. He's going to throw out a present. A 4. So where's 4? 4 is coming out this way. And then terror card. The claws are out. So he is going to move. He doesn't have to. Kill this guy. That's going to go up. Then he's going to move towards the final girl. He has a movement of 3. 1, 2 is all he needs. And he's going to attack me for 4. Did I grab a guard? I did not grab a guard. Oh, I should have grabbed these, though. These should have moved over. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So much for that extra health I just got. So first things first, distraction. Be good to me. You have to roll 3 dice for it. I got 1. I really need 2 successes. So let's discard a close call to roll 1 of these dice. I'm going to roll it over here. Okay. Get rid of the 2 focuses. So now it's going to go up 2, and that's going to go up 2. So that's not the worst thing in the world. Although it took me 3 cards to pull that off. Now let's sprint. Gotta discard 2 cards to sprint 1, 2 to the stables. It cost me 1 time. I'm going to be getting walk and weak attack back. Retaliate would be 4. Let's get a retaliate for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Leaves me 3 left. Feels like a close call for 1. And a meditate for 2. By the way, the meditates are part of the special signature action cards. All these come over here. Nobody dies in his space. Then he moves towards the closest out of... So there's a tie between us and this victim. He always goes for victims to break the tie. And then he's going to throw out... That's cocked. Let's try again. 3. So it's going to go into the town center there. It has what? If no weapon is face up on any of the item decks, discard this card and draw the next terror card. Otherwise, take a weapon choosing at random if more than one is available from the top of an item deck, and give it to Krampus. Krampus adds the weapon's damage bonus to all future attacks. Ignore range and special effects. Well, there's 2. So let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it's a 5. So he is taking the hammer. And let's just put it with his minor dark power area. Well, at least he didn't take the one I was going after. That is terrible. And then he's going to attack this person, which he's going to recover a heart. He can't recover any hearts because he hasn't lost any, but he is going to discard the next terror card. What happens when he gets to the top of this, he's going to come up here, do this effect, and it's going to come back to there. So discarded that one. So I don't know. Okay, moving on to... Things are starting to get serious. Let's play the search card. Got 3 to roll here. And of course, no successes, but I can turn using weak attack and walk. So turn it into 1 success. We take the top card. Got that. I'm going to meditate. Oh, and that cost me 1 time. Going to meditate with 3 dice. I get 1 success, which means I gain a heart. That's going to come down 1, and I gain a time. So I have 6 time to spend. Now's when it's getting serious. I can either get a long rest and a close call, or I can just straight up get a critical blow. I think I'm going to go, for a moment, the route of getting the health that I need. Because I have a retaliate already if he comes towards me. Getting all these cards back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards. 2 under the limit. And now, he has nobody to kill in his space. He has movement of 3. And let's see, 1, 2, or 1, 2. They're equal, so he's going to come to where all these people are at the runway, for better or for worse. And he's going to throw out a present. It's a 6. So where is he going to put a 6? It's going to come out this way. There's already a present there, so he doesn't actually put a present out. And then we do the terror card. Ooh, the horror is going up 2. All victims move 1 space closer to the present nearest to them. If there are no presents on the board, they move 1 space closer to Krampus instead. So these guys are going to come here. That guy's going to come there. They're going to open up this present. Discard the next terror card. Well, that was fun. Oh, that would have been just putting out extra victims in event. That would have been a decent one to get, probably. Okay. Silly elves. And nothing else was happening on there. Okay. All I'm going to do on my turn... Well, I'm going to play long rest. I only get 2 dice, unfortunately. But there are 2 successes. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Health. And I lose 1 time. I want to get a distraction for 3. Well, let me figure out. So that would put me 1, 2, 3. I'd have 2 to spend. I want to spend 2 cards. Spend a focus and a walk. No, focus. I have 2 focuses. So I have 7 to spend, and now I'm going to spend 3 on distraction. 1, 2, 3. And 4 on a furious strike. And I have 9 cards in my hand now. These go here, and that goes here. So now he is going to come to where the closest is, which is both of these, so he would have picked the one with the most. He's going to roll a die to see where he's going to throw a present. It's going to be on a 6, which is going to be back to the runway. Then, oh wait, no, he's not going to do that. My bad. Forgot to reveal this. Oh, and I forgot to roll for that last time. Let's see what would happen then. 2. Oh, wait. Something worse happened. All 3 of these guys died on that present rather than what happened from it. But what that means, though, is basically 3 cards would have been discarded and he would have recovered 3 hearts, but he can't do that. So basically the same effect, except for we lost 3 victims in the process. Okay, now place Krampus in the farthest target's space. Okay. And then he's going to attack twice. Would they have changed what I've done? I don't know. I would have known that ahead of time. But whatever. We are going to play Retaliate. I get 2 dice. And I'm going to be adding the tree star to it. See what happens. Oof. Let's spend 4 cards in order to make that fully successful. I'm ignoring all damage from his attack. And I'm doing 1, 2, 3 back to him. And he's going to attack again for 4 plus his weapon, which is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was not good. That's the end of his round. I'm going to play a distraction. Get 3 dice for that because of the Northern Lights. And we get, that goes up 2, and I get 2 time to spend. Let's go ahead and get our Furious Strike in, I think. Or he's going to jump to here and kill this person next round. I think rather than do that, I'm going to short rest. Not good. Not good. I get a heart. That goes up 1. I lose a time and end my turn, which I was going to end the turn anyway, so it wasn't that bad, actually. The only thing was that went down 1, but it's not going to change anymore anyway. I am now going to discard that. Oh, wait, no, you can't do that. That does change things. Because that's something that you do during the action phase. The action phase ended, so I actually can't sell a card for more time. That may change things a little bit. I'm going to get an Improvise for 3. 1, 2, 3. A couple guard cards for the 4. No, wait, a guard card and a Meditate for the 4. And the focuses come in. Short rest, distraction, retaliate's going to come back. Close calls are coming back. Walk and weak attack. Okay, so he's going to teleport over here, kill this person, and recover a heart. Because he came up here. So now I have 6 to spend. I'm not going to do anything else this round. Instead, I'm going to get a retaliate and a guard for 6. Oh, wait. Actually, no. I'm actually going to meditate first. I'm actually going to do something on this turn. And I got 2 successes, which means 2 hearts. That comes down 1, and we get 2 time. I'm going to get rid of 2 focuses to get 2 more time. And with all this time, I'm going to get retaliate for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And a critical blow for 6. Oh, wait. Could I have spent 1 more? Yeah, I could have thrown a walk away as well to get 1 more time so I can get a close call. I don't think anything else. Yeah, there's nothing else of low value that I already had in my hand. Okay, so he's going to teleport to me. I am going to throw out the retaliate. Rolling 3 dice. And I can do up to 3 damage if I roll 2 successes. 1 success and 1 that can be turned. You bet I'm going to turn that. Let's get rid of a walk. Don't really need a walk at this point. And let's get rid of weak attack. Not a big fan of the weak attack anyway. Okay, so I've fully retaliated, which means 3 damage. 1, 2, 3. And I reduced all the damage he would have done to me. Now he's going to attack me a second time. I'm going to throw out that guard. And we have guarded 1. which reduces it by 2, which he's doing 5 damage. It'd be 3 damage if I just took it. I'm just going to allow it to happen. 3 damage. Rather than waste cards. Okay. These were all reaction related, right? Yep. Okay, so now we're going to attack him back. But first, we're going to improvise. Okay. Oh boy. I can either have the next one hit for X to where they all work, or the next 2. If I get rid of these 2 cards. Because I have Critical Blow and Furious Strike. I can either have both of them, all the 3s and 4s will be like hits, or I can have the next one do it and keep these cards. I think I'm just going to have the next one, because either one of these could end my turn if I only got one out of it anyway. So for my next card, which is Critical Blow, 3s and 4s count as successes. Yeah. Oh, I didn't get any 3s and 4s. Let's discard a Close Call. Okay, that's a 3, which is a success. Which means I have 2 successes, which means I'm doing 1, 2, 3, 4 damage. 2, 3, 4 damage. And that's going to go on 1, which means I get 1 more time. Gotta go for it, right? Can't hold anything back now. Furious Strike. If it 1 hit, and I'm rolling an extra die. 1 hit's all I need to at least see if we killed him. We got the 1 hit. So we do 2 damage. All I need is 1. We get an extra time. And our phase ends, that's all that's going to happen anyway. Either way, this is going to end, because if this has hearts on it, ends our action phase. If it doesn't, we've won anyway. And he's dead. We defeated Krampus. It was a close one. I'm curious what that event would have been had that card not gotten rid of. It would have placed a blizzard token in each space adjacent to the village center. So boom and boom. During each upkeep phase, move each blizzard token 1 space clockwise in the spaces around the village center. You may not move into a space with a blizzard token. That wouldn't affect us anyway, because we pretty much just stayed over here. But that's what would have happened. So that is how you play Krampus at Santa's Village. Let's go ahead and look at some of these item cards to see what else we could have had. We have Woodcutter's Axe, which just does 2 extra damage. We have Comet, which allows you to basically teleport to the runway. You can't take victims with you, though. Milk and Cookies you discard during the action phase to recover all hearts. Ice Skate, which is basically just a weapon that does 1 extra damage. Whistle, you can spend time once per action phase, and all enemies and victims will move 1 space towards you. And if elves move into your space, it doesn't cost you a time, so you can actually use this to make the elves move into your space and reserve that time there. You'd only spend the 1 time for using the whistle. Pepper Spray, if the killer is in your space, you may discard this to immediately end the killer's phase. So that can be helpful to keep the killer from attacking you. And of course, the Red Wagon, 1 additional victim may follow you. Another Workshop Hammer, which you only lose 1 time when entering a space with victims, no matter how many are in the space. BB Gun can only modify the weak attack action card. When you damage the killer with the BB Gun, horror is going to go down 1. And another Milk and Cookies. We've got Candy. Discard the candy during the action phase to make a horror roll with 5 dice. For each success, choose one of the following. You've got 2 time, 2 hearts, or move 1 space. Snowballs is an interesting one. When this card is revealed, you immediately take it. No search action is required. So whatever makes it revealed, whether it's at the very beginning of the game, or you're looking at 2 cards and keeping 1, I This is actually going to automatically come into your hand. You don't have to spend a search action for it. And then you may discard the snowballs when adjacent to the killer to take a distraction action card. That would have been helpful with the fact that the Northern Lights was allowing us to roll an extra die there. The slingshot may only modify the weak attack action. You get 2 shots, does extra damage. Snowballs. Santa's sack, another interesting one. Discard Santa's sack to look at all the item cards set aside during setup and take one of your choice. And that's why I had a stack here, because sometimes things have you take things from the extra deck there, which that one would have done. And so you get to look at anything that wasn't in one of these decks and keep whatever you want. So that can be pretty powerful. Oh, and I enjoyed this one. I got to play this one in the first couple games that I played as practice games. And it was Misfit Toys. So basically what you're going to do here is you're going to put these toys out in each of the exit spaces. And then during each upkeep phase, they're going to move one closer to Krampus. And anytime they end their space in Krampus's location, then they are going to do 1 damage to him, and then they get removed, the one that did the damage. So that's a pretty interesting power there. So those are those items. Now let's see what presents we had out here. We had a Santa present up there. Should have opened that, I guess. Discard next terror card. And those are just those I put out. What's this one I kept not doing? Oh, that would have been 2 times. At the very top there. I didn't want to look like I just set that one up to be something good. Okay. So again, that's how you play. We had a successful run here. I got touch and go for a little bit there, as the finale came on faster than I was expecting or wanting. And I wanted a little bit more time to prep, but when he took the battle to us, we were able to successfully defend and attack. And that was really kind of cruel. He got this and was able to add an extra damage to all of his attacks. Oh, let's look at some of the events before I move on. So events, that was the Blizzard one we just read. You have a Yeti. Place the Yeti in the exit space of your choice. The Yeti will not follow you, cannot be targeted, saved, or killed. During the upkeep, panic the Yeti. The Yeti will do 2 damage to someone in its space according to the following priority. Killer, then minion, then you, then victim. Tree lighting ceremony. Move all victims 1 space closer to the village center. Caroling. If you end the action phase in a space with 3 or more victims, then the horror goes down 2 and you discard the card. Christmas Eve, during upkeep, roll a die and remove the top item card from the game at the following space. And so you're going to roll a die and it's either you're going to remove one from one of the spaces there. That one came up in one of my practice runs and it was not nice. It's Santa. I really like this one. Place Santa in Santa's house. While Santa is with you, there is no limit to the number of victims that will follow you. Santa can only be attacked if there are no other victims in his space. And if Santa's killed, Bloodlust goes up 2 and Horror goes up 2. But the nice thing there is you can have a whole bunch of victims following you out the door. Head Elf. Place the Head Elf in Santa's workshop. While the Head Elf is with you, once per turn you may resolve a search action card as though it was in your hand. If the Head Elf is killed, then +1 to the Bloodlust. And so that can be handy for searching. And then Busy just puts out 2 new event cards. So basically you're getting 2 for the price of 1 at that point. Let's take a quick look at the presents. The bad presents here, we have Repelling Force, which we put this token in. The present is pushing everything away from it. Place the Repelling Force token in the space and repeatedly panic everyone until the space is empty. Victims may no longer enter the space, and any victims added to it will repeatedly panic until it is empty. You must lose a heart when entering the space. This effect overrides all others. Demonic Suggestion. Whoever opened this present targets the final girl or a victim and moves up to 2 spaces towards them. Then if they are in the same space as their target, they deal 3 damage to the target. That could be bad. Killer Surprise. Place Krampus in the space where the present was opened. You may not play reaction cards, and he's going to attack you. There's a free attack there if he gets to you. A letter, and here's the good presents. A letter from Santa. Reduce the horror level to 0, the lowest spot on the horror track. So that's a quick reduce all the way down to 0. A snack from Santa. Recover all hearts or time equal to your current health. A gift from Santa. Draw 2 items at random from those that were set aside during setup. Keep 1 discard the other. And another gift from Santa, draw 2 items at random from those that were set aside during setup. Keep one, discard the other. So another one of those ones. Okay, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I will catch you in the next one.